Yes lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys the Leicester versus Manchester City match preview. So the boys and girls, the international break is finally over. England and Gareth Southgate are finished out here. Thank the Lord, international football is the most boringest thing in the world in my opinion. I cannot stand it. But the Foxes return today as we take on probably the best team in the world. Fantastic. But today Leicester are finally back in Premier League action as today we host Manchester City at the King Power Stadium in a huge game in the race for Champions League football. So that being said, in today's video, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys the Leicester versus Manchester City match preview. We'll go through a bit about the Manchester City side of things. We'll talk a bit about Leicester going into the game. I'll give you guys my prediction up and also my score prediction for today's huge game in the Premier League between Leicester and Manchester City. But just before we get into all of that, make sure a big thumbs up down below on today's video if you guys are going to enjoy today's video. As of course today, I bring you guys the Leicester versus Manchester City match preview. Previews are back, internationals are done, Leicester are back. It is beautiful stuff. If you guys do enjoy today's video, let me know by dropping a like. Also subscribe to my face on New Screamer 4. Of course, we're now well on the road to the mighty 2,000 subscribers. So if you guys could subscribe to the channel, that will be massively appreciated. And as always, let me know your thoughts heading into today's huge game in the comment section down below. Your score predictions, your thoughts, your predictions. Just let me know in the comment section down below, boys and girls. But without further ado, let's quit the waffling and let's get straight into the Leicester versus Manchester City match preview. Right, and getting straight into today's match previews. You guys may know the drill by now. It has been a while since we've done these match previews. Of course, we're going to start off by talking a bit about the opposition side of things, of course, in Manchester City. This week on the channel, I've got Louis from Talk MCFC to bring you guys the Manchester City side of things. A big thanks to him for coming on the channel today. Go and subscribe to his channel. Link will be in the description down below. But yeah, I'm going to hand over to Louis. He's going to bring me and you the Manchester City side of things heading into today's huge game.
Alright guys, Louis11 here. Josh has kindly asked me onto his channel ahead of the game tomorrow evening, Manchester City versus Leicester. So my thoughts going into the game, I'm pretty confident going into this one. Obviously Leicester, good side, like challenging for top four, probably will get it. Like, other than United, our main sort of title contenders really, if you think about it. But obviously we're 14 points clear at the top of the league. I think it could be a difficult game, but I think we will get the better of them given our form and how well all of our players are playing at the moment really. Alright, so my thoughts on City so far this season. I obviously think we've been really good. You can't complain when you're 14 points clear at the top of the Premier League and still in all four competitions. Semi-final of the FA Cup, final of the Carabao Cup, Champions League quarter-finals as well. It's every competition is actually at our feet here. So yeah, great season so far. Not the best start, and we did lose 5-2 to Leicester as well. So got to bear that in mind that they can get better with us. I think the counter-attacking football works very effectively. But yeah, really good season so far for us, and just hope we can carry on winning games. We're not many points off winning the league now. So the predicted lineup I've gone for this game would be Ederson in goal, and I think a back line of Walker, Diaz, Laporte and Cancelo. The reason I've gone with Laporte over Stones is because he played a lot for England recently, so I just think it makes sense for Laporte to play when he didn't play for France, and Stones did. Obviously a bit of a rest for him, just coming back to fitness. Then I think in the midfield, just in front, you have Rodri holding as always, solid. In front of him, Bernardo and Gundogan, which should be obviously really good, but given their form, both of them. Then I think a front three, I think no striker, I think the false line will carry on with De Bruyne as the false line and interchanging with Foden, who's on the left, but could easily come into the middle too. And then I think Mahrez on the right, because I remember last time we played, you obviously used to play for Leicester, knows what he's doing. So yeah, that's my predicted lineup. So my score prediction for this one is 2-1 City. I think Leicester are a good side, and I think they could get a goal quite easily. Iheanacho had it, or Jamie Vardy, anyone like that on the counter-attack. But I think we will get the better of them given our form and how well we've been playing recently. 2-1's a fair prediction against the top side as well. But yeah, I think it'll be a really good game. So yeah, cheers for having me on, Josh. Appreciate it.
So the boys and girls, that is it then for the Manchester City side of things. Yeah, let's jump straight into talking about the mighty Leicester City. So then the boys are back in action once again, finally today. It has been a while, but the Foxes are back in action today as of course we host Manchester City back at the King Power Stadium. Obviously last time out for Leicester was that incredible victory over Manchester United in the FA Cup, the 3-1 victory at the King Power Stadium. So hopefully we can make it 2 wins in a row against the two Manchester clubs on home soil. And of course before that in Premier League action we got a win. I can't remember who it was actually, was it? But we beat Brighton. It wasn't Brighton. Sheffield United. Kelechi Iheanacho. There we go. I can't believe I forgot that. Kelechi. Obviously, before that was that 5-0 victory over Sheffield United as well in the Premier League. Just like I quickly mentioned before that, we obviously beat Brighton as well and got a draw against Burnley. So Leicester are coming into today's game on pretty decent form. I think Leicester's confidence is going to be sky high heading into today's game. Of course, after that fantastic win against Manchester United a few weeks ago in the FA Cup, of course, sending us to Wembley, where we'll take on Southampton in a few weeks. But of course, before that and now, the international break happened. Of course, had to happen. You know, that international break has came at a bad time for Leicester, and could this international break potentially stop our good run of form? But on the other hand, the international break has seen some key players come back to the Leicester side heading into today's game against Manchester City, because Ricardo Pereira and James Maddison are now back in contention to start against Manchester City today. Of course, we'll get into that later on with our predictions. The international break has allowed two of Leicester's key men to return back to the potential starting 11, but of course, the international break is going to stop our good run of form. But on the opposite side of that, it's like a bloody English essay. This is we're giving for and against arguments for the bloody international break. Obviously, Man City, half or basically their full team's been out on international duty, so obviously they're going to be coming in not as fresh. Some of their players have been going, travelling quite far. If you look at players like Mahrez, who's gone out to Algeria, that's a pretty long distance. I think, I don't know where Algeria is, to be honest. My geography ain't great, but yeah, obviously it's going to be a bit for and against just with the arguments, the essay, Shakespeare FC out here, boys and girls. But yeah, obviously City are going to be a bit tired coming into today's game. Of course, Leicester, that could work in our favour, because Leicester have only had a few players going out. Of course, we've seen the three Belgians go out. Johnny Evans gone out, Fofana's gone out, but despite that, not many of our key players have actually gone out on international duty. Obviously, Vardy's has now retired. Schmeichel went out, of course, to Denmark, but we've seen players like Maddison, Ricardo all stay as well, and Leicester, so that could be a good benefit to us going into the game. So, boys and girls, I'm waffling a lot right now. So yeah, let's go into speaking about the game then in a bit more detail. See, Leicester, Man City, both like to play the passing style of football, but I can imagine Leicester probably going to sit back, look to soak up that pressure against Manchester City. Of course, in the 5-2 victory for Leicester earlier on this season, we sat back and we counter-attacked FC. I mean, we got 3 penalties, but they were all penalties, and we caused Man City a lot of problems just on the counter. Obviously, since then, City have improved. Their whole defence has basically changed. Obviously, Diaz and Stones in there, Cancelo in there as well. So it's going to be a lot more difficult, but I can imagine Leicester looking to sit back, soak up that pressure, and look to hit Man City on the counter-attack with the pace Leicester do have going forward. Obviously, there's no Barnes in line-up. Vardy isn't as fast anymore, but we still have a lot of pace and threat going forward on that counter-attack. So I can see Leicester going that way. We could have spells where we do try and control the possession, because of course we can. But obviously, Man City are probably going to be better at others, because obviously they're Man City. So I can see Leicester trying to soak up that pressure, look to hit City on the counter-attack, and hopefully that can work once again. But of course, it's going to be an incredibly tough game today against Manchester City. But Leicester do have a pretty decent record against the Citizens. Obviously, Leicester got the better of City earlier on this season. Of course, last season we only lost 1-0 in the reverse fixture at the King Power as well. So it's not going to be too difficult. Well, obviously, it's going to be difficult, but obviously Leicester don't have the better. I cannot speak today, boys. What I'm trying to say is Leicester have a decent record against Man City. Vardy also has a good record against Man City. So, yeah, you never know. So, the boys and girls, that is it then for the Manchester City side of things. And just then, my thoughts heading into today's games. As always, let's jump straight into my predicted lineups. Yeah, this is how I think Brendan Rodgers will go to start against Man City today at the beautiful King Power Stadium. So, as always, going to stick with a 5-3-2 type of formation. Obviously, 2 up front. You all know who's going to be up front. The player of the month in the Premier League, the absolute go. But I think the 5-back formation is definitely going to work in trying to soak up that City pressure and looking to hit them on the counter-attack. But starts off in goal then, we'll be going with the main man, Kasper Schmeichel. Obviously, it's fantastic as Schmeichel. He went out on international break, of course, with Denmark and kept 3 clean sheets in 3 games as well. Denmark winning all their games as well. I think they won about 8-0 in one. So, Kasper's had a pretty decent international break. Obviously, he's a goalkeeper, so he's not really going to get injured. So, yeah, of course, Kasper is starting goal today, against Manchester City. Right, and moving into the back 5 then, boys and girls. To start us off in that right wing-back position, it is time for the return of Ricardo Pereira. I think Ricky P is going to return back to the side. He's been out with a few injuries. He's been injured for ages. He's been injured for that over the last year, to be honest. He had a slight few injuries, but of course he has came back to the side. He's not looking as good as he was before, but he's slowly getting back to that fantastic form, because we all know how good Ricardo Pereira is. But yeah, Ricky P is going to start in that right back role for me. Obviously, he's going to be coming up against players like Raheem Sterling. But obviously, Ricky has got the pace and he offers a lot of threat on the counter attack as well. So Ricky is going to be a key man tomorrow. Moving into the 3 centre backs then. To start us off with the right one, we'll be going with man like Kagler Sunçu. Of course, he went out on the international break with Turkey. Actually managed to score a goal as well, which is going to give him some confidence. So Sunçu, it's been fantastic, obviously fantastic against United last time. I thought he was probably that's been his best performance. I think last time against United guys. His confidence is going to be sky high. So yeah, Seunchi as one of the first centre backs. Alongside Seunchi, we'll be going with just for the main man, the Rock, Johnny Evans, who of course holds that defence altogether. He was out on international duty as well with Northern Ireland. I said Leicester barely had anyone out, but half the team has, just going through this. But yeah, Johnny Evans then is going to be the other centre back. And the final centre back who's also out on the international duty is man like Wesley Fofana. Of course, he's been superb since he came in as well. It's going to be a big test for him tomorrow, probably his first big test in a Leicester shirt against a Manchester City side who've been scoring a lot of goals this season. But yeah, Fofana to start as the other centre back. And finally, in that left wing back position, another player who's been out on international duty, it is Timothy Castagne. Of course, Timothy played a lot for Belgium in the international, so he's going to be pretty fit going into the game. Obviously, Timothy has been fantastic and played very well in that Man City game earlier on this season, where of course he got an assist for Vardy for that fantastic goal. But yeah, boys, girls, that's my back five. Ricardo Pereira comes back into the right wing back spot. Three centre backs: Fofana, Evans, Seunchi. Left wing back, Timothy Castagne. Right, and moving into the midfield three then, boys and girls. So yeah, started off in that CDM role with the best CDM in the Premier League. It is the main man, Wilfred Ndidi. He is going to be key tomorrow. He's always key. If Wolf plays well, Leicester play well. If Wolf don't, Leicester don't. Wolf is going to be very key tomorrow, especially if we're going to sit back, soak up that pressure, and Ndidi he's going to win the ball a lot tomorrow, and I think he will. See, Wilfred Ndidi is class, in my opinion, best CDM in the league. Don't call me boss because he is, but yeah, Ndidi to start then in that CDM role. Moving ahead then with the star man, Yuri Tillemans, of course. He has been superb this season. Got a goal for last time out, against Manchester United to make it 2-1, and of course to secure Leicester the win, sending us to Wembley. Of course, his confidence is going to be high, and I think Tillemans is going to be key once again. So yeah, Tillemans is going to be that more box-to-box role, and slightly ahead in that more advanced role, we're going to be seeing James Maddison, in my opinion, return back to London. He's finally back after that injury picked up against Aston Villa. You know, is it needed? Probably. I mean, Perez has been good recently, but obviously Maddison back in the side is going to excel us to that next level. So yeah, Maddison to return back to the side, which is going to be key. It's going to be key for Maddison these next 9 or so games to try and get a spot in the England side heading into the Euros, of course, in a few months' time. Yeah, boys and girls, that is my midfield three. And finally then, boys and girls, moving into the front two of dreams, of course, going to be started off with the main man, the former Man City man, Kelechi Iheanacho. What more do I need to say? This guy's confidence is going to go from here to above the camera right now. He's just won the Player of the Month as well, so Kelechi, mate, congratulations. Thoroughly deserved, in my opinion. Of course, he was a Man City player a few years ago as well, so I think he actually doesn't mind City, so there's not going to be that much just of an incentive there, but he's probably going to want to score any. I mean, his record recently has been incredible. Of course, 2 goals last time out as well. Was it? Yeah, it was 2. Was it? Yeah, it was 2 goals against Man United last time. I got confused there. But obviously, his confidence is going to be high. You know, Iheanacho, I don't need to say anymore. The Nigerian key. Iheanacho to start alongside the main man, Jamie Vardy, up front. This 2-week break, in my opinion, is going to be key for Vardy. In my opinion, Vardy is going to score tomorrow, and we're going to see the best of Jamie Vardy towards the season as it comes to a close, because Vardy always scores against City, and I think he's going to do that tomorrow. But yeah, boys, that is my front two heading into tomorrow's game, the key partnership of Kelechi Iheanacho and Jamie Vardy. So, the boys and girls, that is it then for the Man City side of things. My thoughts on the game and just send my predictions. As always, ending off these match previews, I'm going to bring you guys my score prediction heading into the game. As always, just let me know your score predictions in the comment section down below. Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with a draw tomorrow. I reckon I think we'll get a point. Obviously, it's going to be an incredibly tough game tomorrow against City, but I reckon we can do it. I'm going to go with a Leicester 2, Manchester City 2. I think it's going to be goals galore tomorrow. Goal scorer-wise for Leicester, I can see Kelechi scoring, as always. Vardy to get the all-one, and for City, we'll go with Gundogan and Mahrez to score. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-2 tomorrow, boys and girls. I think a point will be a pretty decent result tomorrow as we take on, of course, an incredible Manchester City side. But yeah, as always, lads, let me know your score predictions in the comment section down below. So the boys and girls, that is it for today's video. Of course, in today's video, I bring you guys the Leicester versus Manchester City match preview. You guys have enjoyed it, let me know, drop a like, subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already, and as always, most importantly, let me know your thoughts on the game, your predictions, your score predictions in the comment section down. Just let me know, people. But yeah, I will see you all for the match reaction after the game. Of course, no live watch on because I don't actually have any internet at the moment, so uploading these videos are an absolute nightmare. Hopefully the Foxes can return to today with 3 points against Man City, but we will find out in the next few hours. But yeah, boys, I'm in Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next video. Peace, guys.